If you are seeing this video and you have ever failed before, watch carefully and listen. A woman reached out to me a few days ago and she asked me a question. How do I rebuild my business? I have been struggling to get back on since everything changed. I lost so much money and honestly, I lost confidence too. I read her message and I realized that this man is not just battling with the failure of her business. She's also battling with survival. She's also battling with self-confidence that she has lost, because there's something failure takes from you. It takes away that confidence that you had as a thriving business, as an independent woman. When failure happens, it's kind of like strips you of those confidence and sense of independence that you had, and then you enter survival mode, and then fear comes in. Then you start asking yourself, how do I rebuild? So many questions will start going through your head. How do I survive? How do I live through the day? But one thing you should never forget is that failure will come, but do not let it steal your confidence. Do not let it take away that sense of independence you had. Because yes, the woman that started from nothing, that woman she's into wares, that woman that started, according to her, she said she started very little and was able to grow over time. But then life humbled her, just the way life has humbled each and every one of us in different ways. Life happened, business crashed, and then she found herself at zero again, and she's asking, how do I rebuild that? She has lost confidence, which is very normal. She has lost the zeal to keep pushing. And then I asked her a question. What is your biggest fear, ma'am? What are you most afraid of? What do you go to bed when you remember it? You hold on to your chest so tight and you're like, I can't breathe. What is that? And this woman said the fear of not providing, of not being able to provide for her son, which is very, very relatable. I think every mother, every woman can relate to this. That fear of not being able to provide for your child, it can eat you up from inside. It can tear you up from inside. And I understood that because it is something I can relate to. It is something every mother can relate to. And then during the course of our conversation, I told her that I'm happy your fear is not being able to provide for your child, which every mother, every woman can relate to. Now turn your fear into your biggest motivation. Let that fear of not being able to provide for your son be what will motivate you into getting up in the morning, into starting again. Because we talk about starting again, we talk about rebuilding again. Like I said, it is not easy to rebuild because you're going back to zero, because you're starting from beginning. And honestly speaking, being someone who was at the top, being a boss, a leader, and then coming back to start from the beginning again, to be honest, it is not easy. It is not easy. No one should tell you it is. It is not easy. But is rebuilding from zero possible? Yes, it is 100% possible. Not easy, but possible. So I told her to make her fear her biggest motivation, the reason why she will rebuild from beginning. Since she's into ways, what will she do? Start from the beginning again. If you can drop ship, drop ship. If you can look for someone you can collaborate with them. You have your phone with you. If you have your laptop with you, if you have the tools that you need, whatever you have at this moment is enough. Use it to start again. Go post on your social media handle. When customers make your inquiry, when they want to buy, go and look for someone to collaborate with. Make a sale, take your commission. Start from there. And in practical ways, that might not be the commission she might get from there, might not be enough for her to feed her child, save up, pay bills, and be able to start again, right? So to be honest and to be practical, this is where family support comes in. If you have a family that can support you through this phase, through these trials, lean onto them. Let them get to understand where their daughter, where their sister, where their aunt is at. Let them understand the stage you are at right now, and let them step in to help you. In practical terms, what do I mean? Because providing for a child when you have nothing, when you're at zero, is not easy. Where there is no capital to start again, it is not easy. If she has to drop ship, the little profit she's making, remember, she wants to start again, she has to save, right? And by saving, if she's paying bills from there, doing child caring and all the all the expenses that come with caring and training a child, so which might be very difficult for her. This is where family support comes in. Lean into them, ask for support. Let your family know that yes, you are the lowest of the low right now, and let them see the way they can come in and assist you at this point. If it means your child going to stay with your mom for a while, let them help you. Let your child go and stay with your parents for a while you'll be able to be sending upkeep, while you'll be sending money for them to assist, to help you in every capacity they can. At least that will give you that breathing space. That will give you that space to hustle more. It will give you that opportunity to put yourself out there. You can navigate 2 or 3 jobs, many jobs at the same time. You can work remotely while still working in a physical setting. So you can be able to make up, save up, do 1 or 2 things that will help you get back on your feet and start again. And when things comes back together, you go back and pick your child. Because I do not really subscribe to this idea of letting that child stay with you and suffer. You understand? If your parents are still alive, or you have a sister or a brother who can step in and fill that big gap for you, because it is a very big gap to fill, and it is not easy from anyone who wants to help out in that capacity. Trust me, it is not easy. They are gold. They are, at that time, those people are your, in fact, they are your saving grace. So if you have a very healthy and conducive environment where your child can go spend maybe some months or a year, stay with them, family member, parents, sisters, brothers, where you'll be able to gather something again before you go back and take your child, please do it. I know the emotional stress it will put on you, I know, but please, there is no point struggling with a child whom you can provide for under the same roof. So let the child stay with your parents or whosoever you trust for the time being, while you send upkeep, while you send money for school fees. And if your family is that capable to help you foot those bills while you hustle to stand on your feet again, there is no shame in that. Please embrace that. Let that be your solution. So while I was having this conversation with this lady, these are the things I was telling her, that she should explore these options. She should just let the child stay with whosoever that is trusted among the family, so that she can be able to put herself out there, apply for jobs, save up, do whatever she can to save up and and start again. And after that conversation, I think she saw at least 80%, insights in what I told her, and she agreed to some of them, and then the other she said she will work on. You understand? So I am telling you that failure and rebuilding are not easy. It tears you up from inside, but do not let it be your final definition. Do not let that be your ending. Start again. If you're living in a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment when it happens, cut down, go to a self-contained. Start from there. When things balance again, you move up, you scale up, you live up again. If you were living in a 2 bedroom apartment, 1 bedroom apartment, cut down on your expenses. If you were, I don't know, your lifestyle demanded so much, financing, cut down. You're not here to please anybody. You're not here to explain your situation to anybody. You're only explaining to those that matters. You're only explaining to those you feel have some impact to make in your life. Every other person, you don't owe them any explanation. Every other person, you owe them nothing. So go ahead and rebuild from the beginning. Do not be shy, do not be ashamed. Yes, those that know you before might say, is it this person? What is going on? Why is she, this person now like that is in a small shop and hanging only 10 pieces of clothes? It is none of their business. I do not owe them any answer. Go ahead and rebuild. Start from 1 clothes, 2 clothes, 3, 4, 5, till you start running your China business again. Start from drop shipping. You can also go back to learn some other skills that you can add to your business, because I'm of this from experience. Do not depend on one source of income. It doesn't end well. Do not depend on one source of income. It doesn't end well. If you're doing a business, structure your business in a way that it can run independently of you, while you have something else to foot your bills, so that you can reinvest every penny, every profit you're making from your business. That is how to grow fast. If you want to grow fast, have other source of income, and then reinvest every of your savings, every of your interest, everything that comes into your business, reinvest it. Give yourself 3-4 years. You'll be surprised at how far you will go. You might not even need any form of funding from anyone. Just bootstrapping alone, reinvesting all your profits alone can take you as far as people who get millions of fundings. Do you understand? So after I had this conversation with this lady, I was so happy. She saw light and she was willing to embrace it, because each and every one of us is going through some things at every point in our life, and it is a privilege that we have people we are listening to their stories in practical ways, in real life, people who have been where some of us are presently, and then we are drawing strength from them, we are drawing inspiration, we are drawing lessons from them. That's, in fact, that is what this age and time, that's the most beautiful thing this age and time is giving us. So please, if you're in that situation like her right now, where things are falling, where you don't even know where to begin from, please do not be ashamed to start from 1 again. Can start counting from 1 again. Definitely, as long as you don't give up on yourself, you will surely get to that stage that you're aiming for. So please, if you have made it this far, and this story resonates with you, and this man's experience resonates with you, and the advice I gave her resonates with you, please go ahead and share this video. Click the subscribe button, like, and comment. Whatever your questions are, we will answer them. If I can't answer them directly via a conversation, I will make a video on them, and hope you get the clarity that you need. All right, see you some other time.